Stadium in Minneapolis. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Now Rudolph on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
56 to Mike, boys, 56.
Rudolph now to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 86 yards.
And you can tell early they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
56 is the Mike. All day, Mike 56.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Silver. I go.
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, it's Rudolph. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the red zone now, Rudolph. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. They keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
Hey, Smash. 56 is the Mike. Just scared.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw on second down. Buchanan, they set up the screen for Henry.
Buchanan's pass.
Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he will have a Vikings first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't it?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
The Bears first down.
They'll run on first down with Akers. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball? You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that.
Then he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. O'Shane Zimenez. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And that will be incomplete.
Pass intended for Darnell Mooney. Incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points.
No!
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped him free from his grasp.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes the score Bears 10. Vikings.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me, that's my bad, but let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And 10 at the 24-yard line.
Check 24.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
10, Vikings nothing.
Second and 10.
56. Ready? 56 a month.
From the gun, Buchanan. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
That's
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic.
From the gun on third down. Buchanan steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. While the trainers take a look, we'll get the time. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here we go. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
On third down, Buchanan got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play. So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 34.
Check smash. I'm coming.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Minnesota Vikings.
They'll run with Henry. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up the third down.
Third and 6.
Me and you all day.
Operating from the gun, Buchanan. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team. Ready, go.
On first down, Rudolph. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
First down, Bears.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores for around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Bears are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle,
and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. Pinheiro now to add the extra point.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Chicago.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first
and out now come the Vikings. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
56, Mike, 56.
To throw on second down. Buchanan firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, Buchanan. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. Buchanan goes right back to Jefferson, and this one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
action. Buchanan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Right there, 56.
Throwing again. Buchanan. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Watch the screen,
From the gun, Buchanan sliding out of the pocket. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go, Shaq. Cougar 19. Get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Rudolph looking to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Come on here. Come get some.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Rudolph. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
It's now 4th and goal.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
A 28-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Vikings 7.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. That's out to the left, flat and complete. That throw good for only a couple and brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front and create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
58, boys. 7 Pirates.
Operating from the gun. Buchanan, complete. Jefferson the target. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Viking 18. Panther Street.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. In on the tackle, it was Duke Ejiofor.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. From the gun, Buchanan. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. You better bring.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Check 59.
From the gun on 3rd down is Rudolph. And he'll find Pittman. And he will have the Bears 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First down.
It's a pickup of 6. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rudolph loses the football. It's out.
The pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Mason Rudolph sacked.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Buchanan, this one brought in by Jefferson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Off the play fake. Buchanan, he's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
After the penalty, it's Henry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Buchanan, he sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. The tackler almost in the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move him.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Their mobile quarterback doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
Partner wrote not long ago that when I talk to these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that junk college stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and so these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, 50, 50.
On first and 10, Rudolph. Over the middle here to Brown. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At their 48-yard line.
Hey, keep it up.
Throwing again on second down. Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Complete to
Cole Kmet. 26 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to the wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Vikings head out to take over once again. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing on first down. Buchanan. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. Operating from the gun. Buchanan. And a quick throw here that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
When you see zone defense, you know you got to drive.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On 1st and 10, Buchanan. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
You pump. 50.
To throw again. Buchanan. Flushed out right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
No!
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic 1st down.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal.
Check it. 6. Mike, 56. Go!
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you. You get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
The Chicago offense set to get started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
1st down, Bears.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 50.
On the ground, it's Akers. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Mike 50. We ain't giving up nothing today.
On 2nd down now, Akers. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Rocco 80. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Mike 56.
Now Rudolph. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Complete
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. I'm coming.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Chicago, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.